Hey everyone. Sorry. First of all, my name's Ben Aylett. I'm an IT cybersecurity consultant with about 30 years of experience in hardware, software, networks, and so on. And also the last 12 years in cybersecurity. And I've also got a bit of experience in working with media as well. But look, the reason why I'm doing this video is because there's been a little discussion, as you usually get on Facebook. Somebody was short a laptop charger and needed to get their laptop running as soon as possible. And some of the suggestions were just grab a phone charger from a service station. And I piped up and I said, look, even though they've got the same connection, there is a difference between a charger you'd get from a service station and also the charger used by your laptop. And the difference is in power delivery and also flexibility. But so I said that, and then I got this reply from some guy. And it says, makes no difference, but time to charge it for an hour instead of 5 minutes. And also typical, but the last 5 phones I've had were all 30 watts and up, with the only 60 plus and 100 watt chargers I have been from the box themselves. Both of those things say this comment was completely useless. I'm guessing that what this commenter was trying to say is that most phones these days have got 30 watts and up. Well, yeah, I mean 30 watts I believe, but up not very often. The ones that you see are up are usually dedicated for laptops. But I mean, reading this, I realised I've just been going on assumptions and the math and everything that I'm used to have been doing for the past 30 odd years. And I actually haven't really tested it, and I thought this was an excellent time to test it. So to start with, the devices I've got that I'm going to be testing is my laptop that I'm using right now, but also I've got a Pixel 7. I know it's not the latest, but I love my Pixel phones, both USB charge, so they both use a USB connector. So I'm just going to put that out of the way, and I've got a couple of chargers on hand. So this first one here I'm showing, this is the charger that came with my laptop. Now you'll look at the output here. The output is the all-important part that we're looking at. So we've got an output of 5 volts at 3 amps, which is 15 watts. To calculate watts, by the way, you multiply the power by the amperage. So where you see a V, it's voltage. So you multiply the voltage by the amperage, and that gives you the power in watts. So voltage, V obviously, amperage is A, and that gives, and multiply those two together, and that gives you the watts. So we have 5 volts at 3 amps, it's 15 watts. 9 volts at 3 amps, again, 15 watts. 27 watts, my mistake. We've also got 15 volts at 5 amps, so 5 times 15 be 30, 60, 75 watts. 20 volts at 5 amps, so that's 100 watts. And then we also got 28 volts at 5 amps with a total of 140 watts. So that's the maximum. So this this charger or power supply is able to switch between these different chargers or charging rates. All right, so that's the laptop one. Let's go over to a typical charger you'd get out of a service station. So you go and buy it off the rack, it's a few dollars, and you've got an output of 9 volts at 1.67 amps or 5 volts at 2 amps. So that's going to be, well, I know the 5 by 2, that's 10, so that's 10 watts. Actually, let's pull up the calculator and we'll calculate the watts right now. So that is 9 times 1.67, that's 15 watts. So yeah, it'll do 15 watts or 10 watts out of that little charger. So yeah, I've got it right there. Now, let's just prove that this charger works. So I've got this charger here, sorry, there on that camera. That's the charger there. I'll plug it in and we'll make sure it does the trick. Okay, so I haven't actually tested this before, so we're all learning something right now. All right, so I plugged it in, got my USB cable right there. Oop, hang on, there it is, right there. And I will grab my phone and we'll plug it in. There you go. It's come up and it says it's charging. It's a bit blurred at the moment, but it says actually charging. Now, if I was to do the same thing, if I was to take out my laptop power supply, because it's multiple voltages and wattages, and amperages, giving us different watts. Sorry, it's going to pause for a second now. All right, and we're still going good. All right, so I'm going to take, this is the cord from my laptop charger, and I'm going to plug it in here, and it will start charging rapidly because that power supply is really delivering the juice. All right, so there we go. Right, that's up and running. Now, what we'll do, switch back to the screen and let's have a look at what the laptop is doing. So I'm going to go to the laptop. We have got our settings page open here, going to the system power and battery. As you can see, it's running on battery power right now. If I was to take the laptop cable, there it is, laptop cable, and plug it in to the laptop, you'll see that it starts charging. Okay, so everything working as expected. Now, the fun stuff. We've got the cable, the cable from the phone charger delivering 10 watts. Okay, that's the one I have available on hand, and I'm going to now unplug the power from, I'm going to unplug the power supply from my laptop, and I'm going to plug the phone charger power supply in, still using USB-C, so you'd think it'd work. Let's go and have a look. All right, everything's jumping around a bit. I plug it in, and it's plugged in. And it doesn't seem to be applying any charge. All right, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, the laptop obviously has much higher power demands. Hang on, I'll just switch back to the other power supply now. There we go. Okay. So in my mind, that proves it, that you can get a phone charger from a service station, but it won't charge a laptop because a laptop needs a fair bit more power than a phone does. So hopefully that answers the question. I mean, it's answered my burning question. Now I know, and hopefully you know as well. All right, thanks very much, and I will catch you next time. I've got a question come up that I can't answer straight away, so we actually go and do the experiment. So there you go. See you later.